everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode of T Watches a Scary Movie. My name is T, and of course, we're talking scary movies. I appreciate you tuning in for another brand new episode. Remember, new episodes go up every Wednesday night, the video version at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can find that on the YouTube page, which is youtube.com/C/Theron Reynolds Scary Movie. And the audio-only version goes up 30 minutes earlier on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Just gotta search TWASM or T Watches a Scary Movie. But of course, if you want to find out about the new audio uploads, the video versions, and anything else I might put up on a weekly basis, you gotta get subscribed to my link tree, which is linktr.ee/T Scary Movie. You get subscribed to my link tree, that'll make sure you get all the updates for all the new stuff I have coming up, including all of my letterbox reviews, because I've been writing all my reviews for my movies this year, folks. So got quite a lot of them up there. Go check those out. Check out some of those best of lists I have there in place for you as well too. So, what are we talking tonight? I don't have a new movie to discuss with y'all tonight. Get a short little break here because Lord knows after this week, I think there's another onslaught for like the next month with movie releases now. So this is like one of the very few weeks I don't have something new to come out here. So what are we talking instead? For the last couple of weeks, I've been presenting to you some great streaming suggestions for you to go and check out for yourself, so you can go and see what's available on platforms such as Prime and Hulu and Shudder and Screambox and so on. And so I am here to give you another set of great streaming suggestions, and then we're going to talk about some horror news here for y'all as well too. But I sure hope y'all's movie marathons are going just as strongly as mine are. At this point, folks, we have hit just shy of 40 movies, and it's only the 13th. We've done almost 40 movies in 13 days, so I hope you are keeping up. We have watched the Final Destination series. We actually just got done watching a bunch of the classic Universal monster movies, so Dracula, Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon. We have watched The Frighteners. We've watched Star Hunter. I got to see The Nun too, so this marathon is going crazy right now, folks. I want to hear what you're watching though. I know some of you are waiting until October hits so you can actually get in and start watching your scary movies, but I know the rest of you though, you're like me. You got to get that horror the moment the spooky season hits. So I need to know what you're watching. Throw me some suggestions because I'm trying to watch a lot of newer stuff this year. Tell me what you're watching in the comment section so I can pick up with that, folks. But I got new streaming suggestions here for you, and we're going to start it off easy for you with Netflix. So over on Netflix, you can actually check out a creepy sci-fi horror flick from years back that I really enjoyed called Circle. Now, Circle doesn't give you much information to start off with. It's about a group of people who are being placed or forced into this test where they have to decide who lives and who dies. Think of it more of like a deconstructed Saw in some ways now, and seeing who will stand up for who makes this entire film so nerve-wracking. It's a fantastic film that I decided to watch on a whim at like 3 in the morning years and years back when I was just rolling and scrolling through Netflix, folks. This movie will definitely make you think what you would do in this kind of situation, and it's available for free on Netflix right now, so go and check that out. Big Julie Benz fan from the Buffyverse and from Dexter and all that, so if you like Julie Benz, she's featured in Circle as well too, folks. What do we have next for you though? So on our next streaming service, we are talking Hulu, and on Hulu, folks, you got to go and check out Escape Room. That's right. If you have not seen this one, we have talked about the sequel here on this show and my enjoyment of this franchise. While this is not your rated R gore upon gore franchise, and it's not about deadly killers running around in mass cutting people up, the Escape Room franchise has worked as a kid-friendly Saw of sorts, as both of the two movies we received so far has featured around characters being placed in traps that are designed to kill them, and seeing if these characters can make their way out of it alive and help their friends and teammates in the same situation. Now, the second movie absolutely requires the first film's viewing in order to get an enjoyment of that, but you can check out the first movie for yourself right now on Hulu, starring Taylor Russell from Bones and all. Folks, this is actually a really, really fun franchise that I'm still hoping we're going to get in a third installment. But as the years keep on going by, more and more and more, I don't know how likely that really is to happen. So I'm definitely hoping for it. And if you get a chance to catch the second one, definitely do, as I do like the second one more than I do the first for sure. But Escape Room is a solid franchise. And if you're looking to kind of baby step yourself into Saw as we get close to Saw X, Saw 10 that's coming out here in just a few weeks now, this is the way to start it up. Check out Escape Room right now. Next up, over on Prime, you can go and check out Devil. If you have not seen this one, produced by the famed M. Night Shyamalan, about a group of people who enter an elevator and find out that they may never leave as the elevator seems to be besieged by the devil. Now, say anything else would drop this into spoiler territory. This came in around the time to where M. Night Shyamalan was producing a lot more films than he was putting them out, because this guy, you know, he does one film every few years, and this was after a few clunkers of sorts here, and have been looking to find a project that he was super invested in, and Devil is definitely the one to catch. Now, in terms of scares, obviously like the rest of the ones I've named thus far, this one does have a few good ones in there, but you're not going to go to bed with nightmares watching Devil. You're just going to get a good story and great character work out of it. Chris Messina stars in the film, who also starred in one of my favorite horror films this year, The Boogeyman. You got to check this one out here, especially if you're a big fan of Shyamalan films, folks. Go and check out Devil on Prime right now. Next up, you can go on Max, you can catch Little Shop of Horrors. That's right, folks. You had to know at some point this one was coming up here. For those of y'all that have never caught this one, Rick Moranis and all musical goodness, folks, about the giant alien plant, the Seymour 2, which has invaded Earth and looks to Seymour to keep it alive while subtly trying to plan its invasion of our planet. Folks, this is B-movie goodness in a movie musical wrapping, so it's got just what you need. Seymour 2 is absolutely terrifying. The songs and musical numbers are fantastic. It is an amazing cast that we have in this film as well. And if you grew up on Little Shop of Horrors like I did, it's going to be hard not to walk away with a smile on your face, regardless of which version that you are watching. Though, I should point out here that this version that's here on Max does have the theatrical ending in it, not the overall super bad ending that I've grown accustomed to over the years. Either way, still fantastic film. You got to go check that out on Max right now. Little Shop of Horrors. Only a couple left here, folks. Next up, I am talking Shudder, and you've got to go and see the Slumber Party Massacre remake. Now, I am not talking about the original film, which I do enjoy. I'm not talking about Slumber Party Massacre 2, which is one of my favorite horror films of all time. I am talking about the remake, which debuted on Starz just a few years back. And folks, this film is just everything that's right with the Slumber Party Massacre franchise. Really funny and very effective slasher as well. And the good thing about the Slumber Party Massacre movies is that we're never worried about a whodunit, because we know who the killer is from the jump. They're always going to show us who that killer is. The joy of this kind of movie, though, is seeing the way the kills all play out, how the characters are. And folks, Slumber Party Massacre takes a lot of those tropes that we know from other slashers, other horror films, and it turns them right on their head. You gotta check this one out, folks. It is one of my absolute favorites. I've reviewed it on the show. Slumber Party Massacre remake, available right now on Shudder. And finally, last movie suggestion here for you that you can check out on Screambox, The Night Eats the World. First zombie movie about a man who finds himself in a predicament to where he seemingly is the last man alive on Earth. And as he is confined to the apartment of his ex-girlfriend, trying to figure out how he can make it through this life as he slowly goes crazy. Now, it might sound a little bit more humorous than what it actually is, because we've gotten quite a few into the world apocalyptic thrillers to where the character that we're watching is the only person that's left, and watching them just kind of have to live in all this madness. And yes, zombies or monsters or whatever are there, but how serious is it? You know, is it a last man on Earth situation? Is it I Am Legend? Like, what exactly are we going for? And granted, The Night Eats the World can definitely be brutal in certain places, but a lot of it is played very lightly earlier on in the film. It is nice to see the way that isolation affects so many people as the movie keeps going on. So you can check that one out right now here on Screambox. And folks, that's gonna do it for my weekly Halloween season streaming suggestions. Go check those out. Let me know what you are watching yourself right now. Again, we are just about at 40 movies. Want to hear how many movies you have checked out in this Halloween season so far? What are you liking? What are you absolutely hating? Tell me in that comment section, folks. We're going to take a short break where you're going to find out how you can save 20% on all orders from Fangoria. And when I'm back, I'm going to have some horror news for you. Don't go anywhere, anybody. Hey, everybody. Looking for a great way to stay up to date on horror news, as well as read the best of articles on anything scary out in the world right now? Then you need to head over to the Fangoria shop and get yourself a subscription. If you go to shop.fangoria.com/AXDEW, you can use my own personalized 20% discount to save 20% off on Fangoria magazine subscriptions, as well as 20% off any other items in their fantastic shop. This is a great deal. If you've ever been wanting to get yourself a subscription, now is the time to do so. Head to shop.fangoria.com/AXDEW. Welcome back to T Watches a Scary Movie. Again, folks, don't forget you could save 20% on your Fangoria orders by using my shop link. Check that out there. So, we got some horror news to discuss with all of you tonight. Just debuting in the last week is the trailer for Eli Roth's upcoming slasher horror flick that is being adapted from his trailer he made from the Grindhouse double feature back in 2007. That's right, folks. We are talking Thanksgiving. Now, if you didn't go and check out the goodness that was Grindhouse back in 2007, filmmakers Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino came together to make an old double feature movie based on our old school drive-in movie theaters and horror flicks of the past, where you had these over-the-top B and almost C-level kind of movies being put together to keep audiences' attention. Now, of course, from Robert Rodriguez, we got the zombie masterpiece Planet Terror, starring Freddy Rodriguez and Rose McGowan. And then from Quentin Tarantino, we got the action, suspenseful car chase thriller Death Proof, starring Rosario Dawson, Tracy Thoms, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Folks, these movies and the experience of Grindhouse as a whole was such a phenomenal experience. You know, I don't think a lot of people who obviously had know of these filmmakers got a chance to go see this one in theaters. It was a commitment. It was very much a commitment to go and do that at the time, because Grindhouse itself was it was 3 hours long, over 3 hours at that point. It wasn't just about the two movies. They had trailers before and in the middle of it as well too, and that's where Thanksgiving is coming from. Because while Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez did the two main films in Grindhouse, featured within that Rob Zombie, Eli Roth, and then Edgar Wright, along with Robert Rodriguez doing another one as well, all produced trailers for other films that, had Grindhouse been successful, we would have likely gotten these movies a lot sooner as like second or third installments. Now, Robert Rodriguez ended up producing a trailer for Machete, about a federale who is now a freedom fighter, starring Danny Trejo and Oh God, Jeff Fahey from The Lawnmower Man. And that ended up actually going on and creating a franchise, making 2 films there out of the series, which was pretty damn good, honestly. And then we didn't really get anything else. Rob Zombie did Werewolf Women of the SS. Nothing ever came out of that. Edgar Wright did Don't. And Eli Roth produced Thanksgiving, which at the time starred Michael Biehn in it, as well as Freddie Rodriguez and others, Eli Roth himself, about a killer in a pilgrim's outfit that goes around a town and is murdering the inhabitants of it. Now, the trailer, fantastic. It's bloody, it's gory. There are some shots that had folks in the theaters like absolutely just like, oh! It was insane, and it was fantastic, very much tongue-in-cheek. The trailer that we're getting for this now is the film now is set to star Grey's Anatomy's Patrick Dempsey and Addison Rae, amongst others. And I'm intrigued for the fact that the movie doesn't look the same way it did, obviously, in the trailer that was made almost 20 years ago. Keep in mind, this was done back in 2007, and this movie's coming out here in 2023. So, it's been 16 years at this point, and it doesn't seem to have the same B-level kind of feel to it that the trailer did. And obviously, that's probably a well-intended choice, just because considering the way the Grindhouse worked out, we're so many years later and we're accepting more of different kinds of horror films, but we are still in a very much a post-COVID world to where you can't take huge risks on all of these films and can't put you can't do a lot of niche stuff and hope that it's going to do the best. And I think that's probably what Eli Roth is considering with this film, is that, he's still going to take the spirit of what he did in this trailer and give us a good slasher, but it might not just be the over-the-top cheese fest that his trailer really promised to us, and that's okay, because it's such a different time from what we were getting back then. That's all right. I still think the movie could be a lot of fun. Obviously the story is not going to need to change that much from what we already know. It's just going to be expanding on it, because it was just a trailer is what we got when Grindhouse came out in 2007. So I'm excited for it, honestly. It's been a while since Eli Roth has had such a high profile movie hitting theaters, so this is definitely big for him as well too. And hopefully, if this is successful, maybe Edgar Wright could be encouraged to go back and revisit Don't. Maybe Rob Zombie could be encouraged to go back and revisit Werewolf Women of the SS. And who knows? Maybe Robert Rodriguez might even go and make us another Machete movie. Who knows? I would love some more Grindhouse exposure on this for sure, folks. That would be so nice to get in this. Up next here in movie news, y'all, Saw X's marketing is off the charts. It is absolutely ridiculous, as the Saw team in Lionsgate has recently just put out a new trailer making fun of AMC's Nicole Kidman trailer about enjoying the movies. If you haven't seen it, you need to go check it out. Now, of course, it won't mean anything to you if you don't get the joke of how this Nicole Kidman cinema trailer has just become a phenomenon over the last couple of years at this point, which is what makes it that much more funnier. Saw X looks so much fun, and everything that they've done with marketing this movie is the way that it should be done too, folks. I need this movie to blow the hell up when it releases here at the end of September, because I obviously want more Saw installments, but I want studios to realize that we are loving what we're getting in these franchises, just going back to the well and not getting rid of anything that they've already done, just bringing back characters that we enjoy, adding to the story that's already there, and doing fun marketing tricks like this. It is what has been working for this genre, and y'all, you gotta go see Saw X when it comes out here at the end of September. Go and check it out. Check out this trailer. Let me know if you love the Nicole Kidman Cinemas trailer, whether it's the real one or the Saw one with Billy the Puppet. I gotta know, folks. And finally, folks, we are getting Dark Harvest. It is finally coming out. Now, I say we like I'm the one who knows all that much about this movie or about this book. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I have never read this story here before, and my exposure to Dark Harvest is just knowing that this movie has been it's been supposed to have been released for like 2 years at this point, and due to COVID and a number of other things, it's been shelved over and over and over, and it is finally getting its theatrical release coming up on October 11th, and then it is going to hit digital platforms 2 days later, Friday the 13th, on August 13th. Now, if you have not read the story tells about a I'm saying young too early, about a Midwestern town that deals with a yearly curse to where the men of the town, its young men, must confront a creature that plagues the town every year, and if they happen to catch this creature, they get a phenomenal prize where they get all this money and their family is taken care of. They get a new car, a new home. They don't have to pay bills for a year. It's what everybody would assumably want. But there's a dark secret behind this contest, and this year's competitors are going to find out just what that is. Now, this is the best-selling book that was written by Norman Partridge back in 2006 that has gotten quite a lot of acclaim, and it's ended up on quite a lot of best-of lists. Again, I myself have never read the book, but I've heard really good things, and this film adaptation, which is being done by David Slade, who, if you don't know David Slade, folks, like this guy is the horror gentleman. We are talking 30 Days of Night. We are talking Hard Candy, talking some Black Mirror, the Bandersnatch film. We are also talking, there's a Twilight entry in there as well, too. So the man knows his horror. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's directing this film. And again, from all accounts, the trailer looks really, really good. The script was written by Michael Giglio, who co-wrote Dungeons & Dragons Honor Amongst Thieves this year. Fantastic film. So I don't know. I mean, the movie looks good enough, and I'll try to read the book here before the end of the year. It's got enough imagery for me to be interested in it. A monster running around the town, a small town, murdering folks. There's cornfields, there's pumpkins, there's masks. It's got what I need in it, so I'm interested to check it out. But if you've read this book, I need to know what you think about it in the comment section. So let me know what you think about Dark Harvest. Let's talk about that a bit here, folks. But that is going to do it for me tonight. That is it, y'all. I've given you some good streaming suggestions here for the week, and we've talked a little horror news that you might not have known before. If there's something coming out here that you want me to take a look at, get a review for you, let me know that. I do take requests. I'll be happy to go and check out what you are watching, but I got to know what's in your Halloween movie marathons, folks. Let me know. We'll talk about it next week on another edition of T Watches a Scary Movie. My name is T. We've been talking scary movies. Stay scared. Hey everybody, I appreciate you tuning in for another brand new episode, movie review, game review, whatever it is now at this point. Don't forget, you want to get subscribed to my official channel so you can stay up to date for when I'm dropping new episodes, reviews, news, whatever it is. The best way to do that is get subscribed to my link tree. That's going to be linktr.ee/tscarymovie. Again, linktr.ee/tscarymovie. That'll keep you up to date with new videos, podcast links for the audio-only version, as well as my letterbox where you can find written reviews. Get subscribed, and don't forget, keep watching scary movies, folks. Stay scared.